It has been a very long and turbulent week of turmoil for the People's National Party. There have been statements coming out about Damian Crawford, who is a VP of the PNP, and then the fracas that came out on Friday about Bunting not being able to be sworn in because Norman Horn did not withdraw his Senate nomination. The divisions have already started, and they are widening across this political organization. The People's National Party is supposed to be on a path towards unity, and they were supposed to be working towards bringing back the love into the organization. But as it stands, they are nowhere close to unity nor love within this unit. According to sources, Damian Crawford is feeling hurt by all of this political divisiveness that continue to pervade the PNP. This movement that is supposed to be about people is now focused on tearing down and ripping apart its PNP members, whether they are seniors or juniors of the party. Crawford is purportedly expressing the hurt that he has felt from the issue surrounding the leaked conversation that he had with two persons whom he considered to be confidants. Information surfaced in the media in relation to the leaked communication from Crawford. Many persons were quick and swift to issue their rebuke and critique. It was aimed directly at Crawford. This rebuke also came from many party members, as they relayed and also mentioned their disappointment with the statements that were made by Damian Crawford. Crawford's leaked communication, in which he spoke very avidly about his concerns over the future of the PNP and its leadership, was released at Sunday's National Executive Council meeting, where the PNP elected a new chairman and a new general secretary. By midweek, Mark Golding was making announcements about the replacement of Norman Horn by Peter Bunting as the 8th senator. Statements were also made in relation to the replacement of Donna Scott Motley as the leader of opposition business with Peter Bunting. And another set of statements came when he released information about the new shadow cabinet, and Peter Bunting was to replace Fitz Jackson as the spokesperson on national security. Now, all of these announcements have one thing in common. They include Peter Bunting. And as the week came to a close, it was all about Peter Bunting once again, as it was said that his swearing-in ceremony had to be thwarted because Norman Horn had not officially withdrawn his Senate nomination, and Peter Bunting could therefore not be sworn in as a senator, because typically and legally Horn was appointed a senator despite him not being sworn in as one. Mark Golding was elected by a huge majority of the delegates on November 7th as the PNP president, and he had indicated that Bunting would be sworn in on Friday to take up the post of leader of opposition business in the Senate, but that was not to be. Horn had previously indicated that he would not be pursuing his nomination to the Senate, and he had indicated that to the outgoing PNP president, Dr. Peter Phillips. After the general elections, he had said that his intention was to give the new party leader the opportunity to make their selections. However, he had not formally communicated this decision to the Governor General, and so the Senate nomination is still valid and legal. Critics have come out against Horn and have suggested that an outstanding amount of $10 million that is owed to him by the PNP was being used as a bargaining chip for the Senate seat, a claim that Horn has clearly rejected. Horn has said that there are many groups and sources that are trying to destroy the PNP. He says that they seem to be at the primary place where they would like to ensure that their intentions and their plans remain as the order of the day. He said that Senator Damian Crawford was the latest victim of what seems to be a one-sided effort to leak private communications in an effort to undermine the credibility of senior comrades and senior party members as a whole. Crawford is a senator, and the release of the contents of his telephone conversation that he had with two other persons on September 10th was recorded without his knowledge and was part of a concerted effort to discredit Damian Crawford. Over the last 2 years, according to Crawford, anyone will tell you that he has made a concentrated effort to ensure that unity remains the priority of the party. And also, he said that he had been an avid reporter of disunity efforts within the party. It was further mentioned that it seems like over the last 2 years, persons have been trying very diligently to put some scars on his character and damage his reputation. It all started with the presidential challenge against Dr. Peter Phillips, and it has widened. According to Crawford, I don't have the money to pay bloggers or to counter every argument, but it has been concentrated and it has continued as well. The leaked conversation was part of an organized work. The effort I put into the last elections cannot be questioned, and I have been 100% committed to the PNP in everything that I do. I contributed to the manifesto. I tried my best to defend and to sell, and that is where I developed and gained much appreciation for Mark Golding in that period. Whilst giving his feedback on the matters that occurred this week, Crawford expressed his hurt. To be accused of being a Labourite hurts, he said. Nothing is wrong with being a Labourite. You choose what you choose. But even war has rules of engagement. But there are no rules, and when you attempt to defend yourself, you are further disrespected. Crawford has said that his major regret from the leaked communication is the damage that it would have caused to Lisa Hanna, who lost to Mark Golding in the November 7th presidential elections. It cannot be incorrect for members of a political party to discuss candidates for leadership. It cannot be. Some of the comments would be unacceptable in a public presentation, but I expected that this was a private communication. But I particularly apologize to Lisa and hope that at some point that we can rebuild some form of interface. But I know if it was me, on the other hand, I would have been hurt by the method, more so than the content. The former Member of Parliament, Damian Crawford, is now turning much of his focus on helping parents to assist their children with mathematics, especially amidst the new schooling environment that has continued as a result of the pandemic. He has also pledged to talk less and to do more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do you agree with the statements coming from Damian Crawford in relation to his leaked conversation and the hurt and pain that he's currently feeling as a result of broken trust, and the apology that he has extended to Lisa?